I got too excited. I was going to take a proper break here, but let's continue straight on. We've got a war going on with the English. Interestingly, their war exhaustion is really high, so that should make them much more pliable when it comes to making peace. Let's try and make peace. They won't even accept this. We need our war score to be at least 10 before they'll accept our offer for peace. We can see in here that we've got positives of 38. Our war score is 8. Our military strength is their military strength is weaker than ours, so they've got a plus. So there's a bonus to them accepting this deal. We've occupied and besieged a province. Our alliance is stronger than them. Their war exhaustion is large, and we are making gains. So the things going against us is that we need at least 10 war score to make demands. The war hasn't been going on long enough. The current peace offer is more than. The current peace offer would cost them. It's 9 points. The current peace offer value is 9, so that's against us. And England holds London, and the demand exceeds the war score. So all of those things together mean that they're not going to give us jack. But I want to look ahead and see. No, they can't. And I don't care about them revoking that. I don't actually want to weaken England. I want to take this territory, but weakening them makes for trouble for us. We'd rather have them across the border spooking the Frenchies than weaken them too much. We could try to make them end their rival with Austria. That could be a useful thing, because that way we could get a three-way alliance with Austria, England, Burgundy against the French. That'd be cool. I'd happily let the English have this chunk of land back if they were actually working to help us rather than against us. What else would be useful? We could get them to annul their treaties with Castile. Who are Castile fighting? Damn it, I was thinking about coming down here to fight Portugal, but Castile hate us, so they won't let our troops through, and there's certainly no way we can go via boats. Who else are we fighting? Everyone else is on Ireland, and there's no chances of us getting there either due to boats. Hang on, they've got but we don't have access through France. They'll give it to us. I want to try something, because the Frenchies have given us military access. We might be able to get through to Portugal now. Yes, we can, because the English, because the Castilians gave the English access to their lands, we have access to through their lands as well. So I think I mentioned that before, but there's a good example of it. There's no way that the Castilians would have given us access to go through their lands, but because they gave it to one of our adversaries, we're able to walk through their lands as well. So this is super cool. We're going to be able to get down to Portugal, and hopefully we can do some serious maneuvers. Because they were foolish enough to join in a war with the English, there's no way we could make them be vassals. That was what I was really hoping for, but no, that's very hopeful. We can force them to return a core to Morocco. We don't care about that. There's nothing we really care about, but what would be nice is war reparations and all of their money. So what we're going to do what we're going to do is we'll let these troops recoup up to full health in Burgundy. Then, with luck, all of our lads will realise that there's plunder afoot down in good old, what's the name of the place? Portugal. And we'll go, as a team, go down and kick some ass. What this plan does rely on, of course, is the French staying up there and staying in the war with England to keep an eye on things. Doesn't look like any of my boys are coming with me. Come down and join me, dinguses. No, no one's coming. Okay, I think we can take out the Portuguese by ourselves, though. This is when I'm proved wildly wrong because I didn't check the ledger. Let's look at the ledger. The Portuguese have 8,000 and 1,000. That is less than what we have. My major concern is that... Oh. They may be ferrying in troops. If that happens, that would be the best thing ever. Because I'd love... No, the French won't fight the Portuguese. Our allies will have to fight the Portuguese. That's okay. Let's go for a nice long jaunt down here. I'd love to have more visibility on this damn place, but that looks pretty good so far. Who else are we fighting? We're not fighting Genoa, are we? No. Who are Genoa fighting? Oh, they're fighting England as well. Cool. What was that? Oh, that's still our... Yep, that's fine. No. Is our war exhaustion going up? Oh, we've got some blockaded ports. Does boosting stability reduce war exhaustion? No, it doesn't. I will boost our stability though, because that will get rid of our unrest. Unrest growing when there's a war on is a thing. I don't know if you remember, but this was point 4 at one point. That was 0.4 earlier. Now it's 0.63. So it is growing, and as our war exhaustion grows, people will become increasingly more tired of scrapping for no reason. And damn it, there's a button in one of the add-ons that I'm used to that allows us to set our diplomats to automatically do things. I would like my diplomats to automatically improve my relations with my various vassals. Those guys in particular, because they seem to ignore me before. And it may be because their opinion isn't high enough. So let's see what... If we want all of those opinions nice and high anyway. We don't want anyone causing any trouble. Oh, there's an interesting naval battle that disappeared before we could see it. There we go. So that's the Aragonese fleet getting right and truly... Oh god, it was all cogs. Okay, so cogs are the transport ships. Oh my god, and galleys. Galleys are not designed for fighting out here. Galleys are designed for fighting in here. That's a righteous kicking and a stupid, stupid move from the AI. Well played. Okay, so the Portuguese have definitely seen us now that we're down here. So it won't be a surprise attack. What we want to do is we want to find a beachhead to occupy. That right there looks perfect for us. It's a supply limit of 13. It's hills. If that one doesn't work, we can go for this one. Either way, we're going to start making some inroads into the Portuguese territory, and they won't like that. In the meantime, Looks like the French is still, the English is still messing about up there. No problem. Oh, shivers. That was closies. So they're on grasslands. We don't need to do anything with these guys. We can ignore them. We can do some sieging and we can fight a defensive war. I really wish we had a better damn general though. Our king can do it. Screw him. Our heir's better anyway. If he dies, I don't care. We've got other things to focus on after this war. We're going to need a long time to let our economy and our manpower recover. So we'll just quietly siege some stuff down here. I'm not certain why we're taking attrition. Oh, it's due to siege. Okay, so when you're sieging, you take attrition. That's fine. As long as we keep sieging things that are... sorry, I'm just trying to keep an eye up on the English here. As long as we're sieging things which are... Oh, good one, idiots. Don't lose war score by doing dumb stuff like that. Oh, God. And that guy's going to wander in and get killed as well. There's not enough to defeat that army. They've got a woods advantage, so as you can see, -1 from the terrain, but they've still got a better leader with a 333, and they've still got way more troops. So it was a stupid call from the AI, but that's what you expect. I hope these guys don't all come down piecemeal and just get trashed. It looks like they're going to. Please go home, Holland. You might not be drunk, but you're pretty stupid. Go home, dickheads. One concern that I do have is the British Navy charging around here, because they could bring enough troops to destroy my little wee best I can do army, and that wouldn't be good. God damn it, Holland, you're stupid. What are you doing? And what are all you clowns doing? Wow. What is this? Do we want to waste that money on the bourgeois? No, we don't. In fact, we want to see if they'll give us some more money. Ah, shoes and socks. Okay. Yes, we do, because I forgot to demand Diplo support off them, because I'm a tool bag. Okay, there we go. There's your thing. Give us your sweet, sweet Diplo. And now, what I'm going to do here is... Oh, hang on. What do I want to do? If I bump this one off, I'm going to do something that I don't often do, which is using my own rebels against an enemy, but it's hard to do it. So the thing is with the bourgeois, it doesn't matter how little land they control. It doesn't matter how little land they control. They'll still get a. There's no minimum land requirements. 0 is what they expect to control. So we can quite happily, when they're upset with us, take this away from them. Their loyalty will continue to grow like normal. It won't reduce them below the minimum amount of land that they expect to hold, but taking it off them when they're grumpy will cause it will cause them to raise arms. So that raising arms, if there's an enemy sitting on top of them, will end up with the enemy fighting them, and that's just funny to me. I like doing that a lot because it's 2 birds with 1 stone. Sadly, us sieging their home provinces have distracted them long enough that they're not as enthusiastic about the lulls as I am. What we'll do is we're going to split our army up. We're going to be super danger mouse here, split our army up, and no, we're not. We're going to use one of these buttons that I haven't showed you yet. This button here, Detach Siege, releases the amount of armies you need to continue a siege. We're going to do that twice, because you only need 1 man. only need one regiment to take land that doesn't have a fort on it. Land with forts on it certainly does need more than one. And we're going to guesstimate how long it will take for the, what do you call them, to come down here. In the meantime, we're going to set this objective. No, I can't. Damn it. Who's got the most men here? No, they're all too small individually. What I need is all of them to band together and come down together, but they are not that smart. So I'm going to have to try to guess how long it will take for the Portuguese to wander through here, and then I'm going to have to flee back to the highlands and hope that we can hold them out. There they are. Well, we're going to get time to do that one, but I don't think we'll get time to do that one. Okay, so we're going to make that our hold fast. I don't know if that's the right term. We'll group those there. That chappie will... Hello, chappie. That chappie there will prevent that from being re-sieged, and when we're attacked he can come here and... Sorry, so, forts. I haven't explained forts. Forts have some rules about them. You can't move between... forts have some weird rules about them. You can't move between... oh shit, that was dumb. Curses. You can't move between tiles that you don't control that are next to a fort. The reason this is different is because we control this area here. If we were trying to move from there to there, we have to move away from the fort and then back near to the back to get within the fort's immediate zone of control. Hopefully that makes sense. Then with forts you can move from fort to fort, but no, if we controlled that fort we could move to the next fort, but when you don't control either fort you can't move between them. The zone of control is a weird beast. Not confusing, just super odd, but hey, I've got an idea. Let's do something here to help make sure we can survive this fight. I'm quite nervous about this fight. Their leader being a 3-3, he gets +2 on every roll because our... Oh no, sorry, he gets +2 on the fire phase, +1 on the shock phase, and that goes down to +1 on the fire phase, +0 because of the dice roll. I don't like these odds. I really don't like these odds. So we're going to do something that will be extremely expensive for us. We're going to blow money on getting some mercenaries. That puts us over our force limit, but it's the only way we can be certain we'll survive this fight. I'm going to run him there because I think he can run straight back out. Yeah, we're going to run him there. You may have seen that 180 just come up there. The reason that came up was because it was the end of the month and we are besieging someone. So we see Spoils of War 1.8 for that month. I would really like it if these mercenaries showed up soon. Thank you. Remember, these mercenaries are far more expensive than our normal troops. Oh, that's a grand army. Hey, I like that. I have no idea what it is, but I like it. Who's declared war on Trier? Aachen has, okay. So the reason I'm not moving these directly into my army is because they don't have full morale yet. They're more effective. It would be better for this army to fight under strength than to have and then these guys reinforce them later, than it would be for them to... Come on, please be enough, damn it. So the amount of forces you need to besiege a enemy fort are... Hey, that's interesting. Why is that guy just staying there? Is he a guard? That's cool. I like that. The more men away from the army, the more likely I am to win this fight. If and when it comes. Sorry, where was I? Okay, so the number of people needed to besiege a fort is... I've got a feeling it's more than double. So we've got 3,000 men there. We need to split off a couple to go there. Is that a good idea? Oh, let's just try it. Wish we had someone helping us besiege, guys. You know, entire allies. Friggin' clowns. There's their army. It came around the back. That's gonna cause us some trouble. Can these guys get out of there quick enough? Nope. Can those guys hold off? Oh, they're not even at full strength. Oh, well, at least it's the mercenaries. I don't mind losing mercenary troops. Oh, I don't like this, though. That fight there, I felt happy about. This fight here, I really don't. I think we'll get some stupid crossing a river penalty as well, which is even worse. Even worser. When does he get there? 11th of Jan, 10th of Jan. Okay, so we've got one day to actually group our troops up, so that's cool. We'll let this tick through slowly. 6 wasn't enough people to be doing the siege anyway. Needs to be more than that. Weird, I don't know. The morale in sieges is decided by the value of the infantry troops in each army. Okay, cool, that doesn't help me know how many troops I needed. Right, now that army is grouped, I think we'll... God, we'll lose this fight, but it won't be as bad as it might have been. Okay, that was a good start. So what's happened is we've got that morale bonus, which immediately puts them on the back foot. We happily got a really good roll as well, so during this fire phase, we're okay. They're 100 discipline, we've got the same tactics, we've got more cavalry than them, so we should in theory flank them quite handily. We do. Yes, this is more like it. This is what flanking's meant to look like. And then our mercenary infantry, who I wanted to be on the front line, are sitting conveniently at the back. Great. But hey, this is looking really good. We're losing not dissimilar numbers, but we've got troops in the back, and we've got flanking advantage. We should do okay. It's tricky to watch those numbers and these numbers at the same time. This guy keeps rolling better than us, but that's actually the first time that we've gotten a better roll than them. Oh shit, there's England. If England came down and got involved now, we would lose royally. That was the thing I was worried about. The English troops coming around here. We might lose our entire army here if we don't win this real quick. In fact, I'm tempted to... okay, so once this retreat button disappears, once you begin an engagement, it lasts for 10 days. We've got 2 more days before we can retreat. Hopefully, it sounds weird, but hopefully... Okay, we can retreat now. That was weird, it said the 23rd, it's the 22nd. We can retreat now, and it makes a lot of sense to do it. Because if that troop catches up with us when we're at a weakened morale, it's quite likely that they will trounce us immediately. What's their... Oh god, their leader is even better at a 2-4. Early on in the game, shock damage accounts for most of the damage that you do. I'm going to let one more tick happen. Tick happen. wow, perfect result. They got pinged by that win. Can we catch that Portuguese army? So we've won this battle. The Portuguese army, we won it. It took a while, so it wasn't a conclusive win. If it happens within that 10-day period, the battle finishes within that 10-day period before either group can retreat. The army that's defeated is wiped out. It's effectively gone. They are routed. Their numbers are added back to the manpower total. I think 50% of the total is added, something to that effect. But it's not. But it's not something that you want to do regularly. I can't believe how well that worked. They arrived at exactly the wrong time, so that they routed too, and we get the chance to escape. It couldn't have worked better. We've gone down there. We've successfully done some damage to done some looting on the Portuguese heartland, and now we can come back here and hang out like a boss. We'll head up there. That looks like a safe place. They won't be able to catch us. Our king's too fast. Our king's too good at fleeing. In the meantime, what do we need to do before we go to the next step? Let's compress those. Do we want all of those troops? Yeah, we'll keep them for the moment. I'd rather lose some money now than lose money in the long term. This is a point. We could raise war taxes, which would reduce this cost by 25%. Land maintenance modifier is reduced by 20%. No, I don't think it's worth it. I don't want to lose those points. In fact, I don't intend to do any more fighting. I'm going to turn that down. We'll only lose a little tiny bit. We'll reinforce way slower, but our guys will just move at their own time, their own pace. No stress, boys. Take it easy, eh? I like this. Looks like Provence has seen what we're up to down there. Shit. That's not a good thing. That one guy could beat our army at this level of... Oh, thank God. It hadn't been the full month. Okay, cool. We're going to get to beat a Portuguese army rather than vice versa. And this will be one of those situations where the army is so small that if you've got more than 10 times the army, it just disappears. So this is just going to disappear. Excuse me, Portuguese troops, I'm coming through. Blink, and he's gone. We routed him immediately. The army disappeared, and we've got full. We lost no casualties. Good. Come down here, Frenchies. This is exactly what I need. Is you lot doing that, while I take everything I can from Portugal. Actually, in the meantime, let's. We've got enough spy points here to put a claim on Lothringen. And that's all the spying we want to do for there. We've got nothing else we want from those two, but they're excommunicated. If I don't know how it would work, but if we could get into the same war as France somehow, then it would be party time. That's okay. We'll what I might do, this one's been going for quite some time now. We've had a look at some more sieging. We've done a very, very fortunate war. We'll cut this one off here, and we'll come back in the very near future. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.